Let's dive into a story that will shed light on the true power of simplicity. This story is about a man named Taro. Taro was a humble stone cutter. He lived a simple life, working hard every day, but he was content. He enjoyed the rhythm of his work and took pride in every stone he shaped. However, Taro often looked at wealthy merchants passing by in their fancy clothes and carriages, and he couldn't help but feel a pang of envy. One day, he sighed deeply and wished to be as rich as those merchants, thinking that wealth would buy him happiness. One magical moment, Taro's wish came true. He found himself transformed into a wealthy merchant, surrounded by luxury. He had servants at his beck and call, the finest clothes, and a grand house. Initially, this new life excited him. He could buy whatever he wanted and throw lavish parties. But soon, the excitement wore off. With wealth came worries. He had to manage his riches, deal with envious people, and constantly maintain his status. The burden was heavier than the stones he used to cut, and Taro felt no happier than before. In fact, he felt more anxious and restless. Building on his discontent, Taro's eyes then turned to the powerful prince who ruled over the land. The prince had influence, respect, and authority, things that Taro's wealth could not buy. So again, Taro made a wish. He wanted to be a prince, hoping that power would bring him peace and satisfaction. To his astonishment, his wish was granted. Now a prince, Taro had servants bowing to him, vast lands to oversee, and everyone following his orders. But with great power came great responsibility. He had to make tough decisions, face rivals, and protect his kingdom from threats. The weight of the crown felt like a mountain pressing down on him. Taro found that power, just like wealth, did not bring the contentment he sought. This brings us to Taro's next wish. Frustrated with earthly concerns, Taro looked up at the shining sun in the sky. The sun seemed so powerful, giving life to everything below. Taro thought, if only I could be the sun, I would be the mightiest of all. To his surprise, he became the sun, shining brightly and radiating warmth to the world. For a while, he basked in his new role, but then he noticed something troubling. When the clouds gathered, they blocked his rays. Taro realized that even as the sun, he was not all-powerful. So Taro wished to be a cloud, thinking that the ability to control rain and block the sun would make him invincible. He became a mighty cloud and floated across the skies, casting shadows and bringing rain. Yet his power was short-lived. When a strong wind blew, it pushed him away, scattering him into nothingness. Taro felt powerless once more. Determined to find true strength, Taro's gaze fell upon a towering mountain. The mountain stood firm against the wind, the rain, and the sun's heat. Taro thought, surely the mountain is the strongest of all. And with that thought, he transformed into a mighty mountain. Immovable and majestic, Taro finally felt he had achieved ultimate power. But his satisfaction was brief. One day, he felt a sharp pain deep within his rocky core. To his astonishment, a humble stone cutter was chipping away at him, just as he used to do. Taro realized that the simple stone cutter had the power to shape even the mightiest mountain. It was then that Taro understood the futility of his desires. Despite all his transformations, he found no lasting happiness. In his quest for wealth, power, and might, he had overlooked the simple joys of his original life. Taro wished to go back to being a stone cutter. And just like that, he returned to his humble life, feeling a profound sense of relief and contentment. Taro's story teaches an invaluable lesson about the importance of simplicity. It's not in the wealth, the power, or the grandeur that true happiness lies, but in appreciating the small, simple moments of everyday life. The grass might look greener on the other side, but often the most vibrant joys are found right where you are, in the simplicity of your own life. This brings us to the practical benefits of simplicity. Let's talk about how simplicity can lead to mental clarity and inner peace. You know how you feel when your room is clean and organized? It's like your mind feels tidy too. There's scientific evidence backing this up. Cluttered environments can actually reduce your ability to focus and increase your stress levels. When you simplify your living space and your thoughts, you create room for a more peaceful mind. Take a moment to think about your own space. Is it filled with things you don't really need? Objects that don't add value to your life? Just imagine the freedom of letting go of those unnecessary items. By keeping only what you truly need and cherish, you make your environment less chaotic and your mind more at ease. Simplifying doesn't mean depriving yourself. It means focusing on what truly matters to you and eliminating distractions that pull you away from inner peace. On building on this clarity, another crucial aspect is freedom from consumerism. We live in a world that constantly tells you to buy more, have more, and want more. Advertisements and social media bombard you with images of things you supposedly need. But do these things really make you happy? Often, they complicate your life with too many choices and too much clutter. By simplifying your needs and desires, you can free yourself from the endless cycle of consumerism. Consider how liberating it would be to embrace simple tastes and pleasures. When you reduce the number of choices you have to make, you reduce the stress that comes with decision-making. You start to find joy in the little things: a walk in the park, a good book, a conversation with a friend. These simple pleasures can bring more lasting contentment than any material possession ever could. Taro's journey and these practical benefits highlight the priceless power of simplicity. It's not about having less. It's about making space for more of what truly enriches your life. As you reflect on these ideas, think about ways you can bring more simplicity into your own life. What can you let go of to make room for peace, clarity, and genuine contentment? Another significant benefit of simplicity is resisting the pressures of an achievement-focused society. From a young age, you're taught to strive for more success, more accolades, more milestones. While ambition can be a good thing, it can also lead to burnout and a constant sense of inadequacy. The endless chase for achievement can overshadow the simple pleasures that make life truly fulfilling. Think about the times when you felt overwhelmed by your to-do lists, your goals, and your ambitions. It's like carrying an invisible load that just gets heavier and heavier. But when you simplify and focus on fewer goals, you start to see that life doesn't have to be a relentless race. You can take time to enjoy leisure, to relax, and to appreciate the small wins along the way. By embracing simplicity, you can create a balance that brings you deeper satisfaction and joy. On building on this, let's talk about a practical example that drives this point home. Consider the lives of Indonesian parking attendants. These men and women have jobs that many might consider low status and simple. They don't earn much, and they don't hold any significant power. Yet many of them are genuinely happy. Why? Because their lives are uncomplicated. They take pride in their work, cherish their family time, and find joy in everyday interactions. They're not caught up in the endless pursuit of status or material wealth, and this simplicity brings them a sense of contentment that's often elusive in high-powered, high-stress careers. Their happiness mirrors Taro's realization: simplicity holds its own unique power. It's not about the titles you chase or the possessions you accumulate, but about finding peace and joy in the present moment. When you simplify, you allow yourself to experience life more fully, without the distractions and pressures that complicate it. So how do you start embracing simplicity in your own life? It begins with small, intentional changes. Start by decluttering your space and your mind. Let go of things that don't serve you and focus on what truly matters. Simplify your goals and don't be afraid to say no to things that add unnecessary stress. Appreciate the simple pleasures and take time to enjoy them. Another effective way to embrace simplicity is to limit your exposure to consumerist influences. Be mindful of your media consumption and the messages you allow into your life. Remember, you don't need the latest gadget or trend to be happy. Often it's the simplest, most timeless things that bring the most joy. And finally, practice gratitude. Make it a habit to reflect on the things you're thankful for. Gratitude anchors you in the present and helps you appreciate the simple joys that life offers. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, you cultivate a sense of abundance and fulfillment. Taro's story and these practical insights illustrate that simplicity is not just a lifestyle choice. It's a path to a richer, more fulfilling life. You don't need to be a wealthy merchant, a powerful prince, or a mighty mountain to find happiness. Sometimes, the greatest contentment is found in the simplest of lives, where you can truly connect with yourself and those around you. As you go about your day, think about how you can bring more simplicity into your life. What small changes can you make to reduce clutter, lessen stress, and increase your joy? By focusing on simplicity, you open the door to mental clarity, inner peace, and a deeper appreciation for the small, wonderful moments that make life beautiful. Thank you for watching this video. If you found value in these insights, please subscribe to the channel and like the video for more content like this. Simplicity is a journey worth taking, and together, you and I can explore its priceless benefits even further.